What is up, YouTube? It is Kentucky Outdoors here once again, and in today's video I'm giving you a complete and full guide on how to clean a gun. Hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, so here we are, guys, and before we get into what gun we're going to be cleaning, I'm going to be showing you what we're going to be using. And this is pretty universal across any gun you clean. The sizes just go up on the tools you use. So starting off with, I'm going to have just an old toothbrush. Don't use the one you brush your teeth with, obviously. And then we're going to go with some just old, drop one. Just some Q-tips, just regular old Q-tips. And then this is where the sizes will go up depending on what kind of gun you're cleaning or what caliber. These are just little steel wire brushes. Got tons of them. Pretty much any gun cleaning kit you buy will have these. That's a universal one. It has them for shotguns, pretty much any popular caliber. Today we're going to be using a 22. So obviously it's a very small brush. And then here's the swab, is what I've always called them. It's basically just like a cotton thing you run through your barrel. And then this is what I use to clean guns with. It's my favorite type of lubricant, 3-in-1. I know all my military people is going to say COP to oil your guns, COP to oil your guns. COP is very good, but I like 3-in-1. It's been around for years. Obviously, 1894. This is not a paid sponsor. 3-in-1, please sponsor me. I love you. But a little bit of this goes a long way. I've had this bottle for years, and it's still got about half in it. Stuff goes a very long way. Very good lubricant for guns. And that pretty much covers what we're going to be using to clean with. Oh, I also got some WD-40 for the outsides. It's a good cleaner. And an old washcloth, just an old rag. Alright, so here is the firearm where you're going to be cleaning. This is a Marlin Model 99, chambered in 22 long rifle. It's just an old truck gun. It's got scratches. It's beat up. You've seen it in a couple other videos I made. It's missing the riser right here. The elevator, whatever you want to call it. And went out and shot it to death with my dad, and it was hanging up, and it wasn't firing right. And I haven't cleaned this gun in a very long time. I know. Get at me. But it needs cleaned desperately. So, in this video, we're going to be giving this old girl some love and attention, some TLC, and let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that I like to do is to take a clean Q-tip, and I have this hammer back with just some zip ties because this don't have a lock on it. There's no way to hold the hammer back while you're trying to do this. And you can see in there all that carbon buildup. So, take your clean Q-tip, dry right now, and I like to just get all of that carbon that I can on a dry Q-tip. And you can pull it out and you can see how dirty that is. Filthy. All of that will gum up and will cause your firearm not to fire correctly. So I like to just take 3 or 4, maybe 5 Q-tips and just clean in there, clean inside the star chamber. Star chamber, I guess it's a fucking AR. But just clean inside the chamber everywhere you can get. You can see that this thing is absolutely filthy with carbon. And use about 3 or 4 of these, and then we'll go on to the next step. Alright, guys. After you've used about 3 or 4 of your Q-tips, you can see how very dirty they are. I like to take the toothbrush, and I like to take some 3-in-1 and just put a little bit on the brush. And you can't get this brush all the way in there, at least not on this one. But I can get it in there pretty good, and just to loosen up some of that carbon in there that the Q-tips couldn't get to. You can already see how much cleaner it is in there. And don't worry about getting any on the wood if your stock is wood, because that 3-in-1 is just fine. It will not hurt anything. It's actually probably good for it. And just get your brush in there. Try and get it in the corners as good as you can. Try and get it just anywhere you can. As you can see, this toothbrush don't exactly fit in there. They make special brushes for this. and I did have one, and I don't know where it is at this moment. So yeah, so just take any kind of brush. If you don't have, you don't have to do this part. You can just do this with Q-tips, but the brush will loosen up some of that carbon that the Q-tips won't. If you work at it long enough, you can get it with Q-tips. You can see just how dirty. See that? All that black, that's carbon buildup. And yeah, just work at that for a while. If you don't have a toothbrush, just use a Q-tip and just get in there with some Therm-1. That Therm-1 will help loosen up it as well, the carbon. So just get in there and just keep working at it. And then we'll move on to the next step. Alright guys, once you got that part done, we're going to move on to cleaning the inside of the barrel. So what you do is, in these weapon cleaning kits, they come with these rods. Small ones for rifle calibers, big ones for shotgun calibers. These are the big ones. You can see the size difference. Very easy to tell the difference. And what you do is you just connect all these. They got male and female ends, threads, hole. Connect those, and then connect your brush. Not the swab yet. Swab last. We're going to do the brush. The brush is going to break up a lot of the carbon inside the barrel, a lot of the dirt, the grime, and then as you pull it out, if you give it a little bit of a twist, it'll pull that junk out of the barrel. Alright, I'm going to get this all put together and then show you how to do it. Alright guys, once you got your rod all put together, long enough to reach all the way down your barrel, I like to take and put just a little bit of oil on there. Don't take much, it's probably too much. And then all you do, I'm going to have to do this off camera because I don't have a mount, chest mount, but all you do is you run it down your barrel. You see? You just run it down your barrel. Do that about 3 times and then pull it out, and then we will go on to the next step. Alright guys, once you're done with your brush, metal brush, go ahead and put your cotton swab on. Don't put any oil on this, you want it dry. And then repeat the same process. Just up and down the barrel. Might be able to do it. Oh yeah. You can see, goes all the way in. I like for this one to fit just a little bit tighter, but it's a little bit used. This gun cleaning kit's older. But essentially just go in and out. As you're going in, just pull it in and out till it goes all the way in. Sit there. And I like to give it a little bit of a twist as it's coming out, try and pull all that junk off. You can see how much dirtier that is now. Alright, once you do that about 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then we'll go on to the final step. Alright guys, now we're at the final step, and this is where I'm going to be using WD. Therm-1 also works beautifully for this, but I've always used WD for this, and that's just, you can use whatever. But I like to take some WD-40 and spray some on a rag. This might be empty. I might be using the Therm-1. I didn't check this. Oh no, there we go. Well, that's dirty. Let's put it over. Okay, yeah. I believe this is empty. Oh no, we got a little bit. Don't take much. Technical difficulties, but whatever. That'll be enough. Alright, so just take your WD. Now I can just wipe the gun off with it. I don't take much of this, so that's plenty. And just rub it into the wood. You can see to give it a little bit of a shine. Rub it all over. This gun does have patina on it. That's not rust. This is a very old gun. This gun's from the 60s. But yeah, just give it a wipe down, get all the fingerprints off of it. Fingerprints will cause your weapon to rust, firearm to rust. But essentially, just give it a nice wipe down. And then once you've done that, go to your dry side of the rag and dry it off. Because you don't want all that extra oil on there. Just makes your hands real oily when you next time you grab it. And it attracts dust. So, yep. Just dry it all off. Just drying it off. Alright, that's that. And then the final part is, well, the second final part. Take just a dab of oil, just a drop, and just put inside the chamber, just to give it some oil. You don't want to over oil it, but just to give it a little bit. Alright, and that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed that video on how to clean a gun. If you want to see more, leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. I appreciate every one of y'all watching these videos. I've been gone for a little bit. I've been sick. I'm still sick. But thank you all for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. And y'all have a blessed day.
It is natural to die.